If I'm a practitioner and I don't know how to do something that everyone does know how to do, I'm going to want to learn how to do that.
Exactly.
Most practitioners do not know how to use a cannula. They definitely cannot use a cannula confidently. One vascular occlusion, that's all it takes to destroy your confidence. Signing away my life. Big moment.
Since we're using lots of natural materials, keeping the lighting consistent with the general materials that we're using. Low range or, just plain safe in case we wanted to look at options. But I think it's nice for you to pick between both if you ever wanted to do that.
But you texted me yesterday saying you were thinking about 4 panels, right? Instead of...
And I said that to him as well, but he suggested that we keep the 2 panels.
It's just that spotlights cast shadows over your face. So from the point of view of like making content, from the point of view of taking photos in and around the room, I can't have like shadows over people's faces. We just need uniform light in the space. Maybe we're filming a consultation happening. Maybe we're doing some content with people coming in and out of the room. Before and after photos, perhaps. It just needs to be like uniform light.
Yeah, I agree.
Plan for today. I'm at the clinic where I am meeting with Aaron, who I'm building an online course with. This is super exciting. I've been thinking about doing an online course for so long now, and it's finally coming together. So we're discussing the strategy for the ads that we're going to be putting online. So there's lots to discuss, lots to do. So let's get going. So the purpose of today is for Aaron and I to go through some of the content that we're creating for the ads. And we're going to run these ads to market a free webinar where we're teaching people how to perform the lip filler cannula technique.
Hi, my name is Aaron Spencer. I run a company called Vertical and we do marketing and new ventures. I'm here with Dr. Devine to launch our new Lip Pro course, which is coming out over the coming weeks. We're going to be discussing strategy, creative implementation, webinar, upsells, the course itself, how we communicate, engage, and convert delegates into using the cannula technique.
So the plan is to reach most of the delegates for this course, prospective delegates, via Instagram and Facebook ads. And so we are going to have filmed ads where I'm talking to camera. We're going to do some serious ones. We're going to do some less serious ones, maybe like stitching viral videos or stitching or creating interesting hooks and then relating it to lip filler and sort of complications that can occur with lip filler. And then some static ads as well.
Yeah, some image ads as well.
Yeah, so different options. So we've got these 8 ads, ad scripts. Are we going to be running them simultaneously?
Yeah, so we're going to be running them simultaneously in combination with the static ads that we run as well. Usually when it comes to filming ads, we usually have a filming day with a videographer and a teleprompter, lights, camera, action. You, however, like to do things a little differently, which I totally appreciate. You have your own kind of viral style videos, which I quite like. Yeah. So I think we're going to go with your way of doing it first and foremost, and then also later on add in some videography work where we'll kind of have like a studio environment, light, camera, action, similar scripts, but just more professionally done rather than social media vibe.
Okay.
I think both will work well. I think your type of videos will work very well, but I also do think that the more pristine, the more curated ones would run well as well. And it's all about who, there will be a subsect of our audience that responds well to, having the sort of more professional take on it, and there'll be people who respond more to your kind of viral style videos.
And what we're saying is using a cannula technique is going to ensure that you don't get these occlusions and that your confidence is not going to be destroyed. The fear is I'm going to get an occlusion. One vascular occlusion can ruin your confidence. We need to go harder than that. Destroy your confidence. There you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. One vascular occlusion can destroy your confidence.
As a practitioner, that phrase is at the forefront of your mind. So one vascular occlusion, bam, done. They're engaged.
One vascular occlusion, that's all it takes to destroy your confidence. Or if you go on a course that teaches you how to manage the vascular occlusions, you will have more confidence in dealing with one, which is what we're going to be teaching as well. But we're putting ads on Instagram and Facebook on the static page, is that right? Or is it going on the stories?
Yeah, so the ads that we do go across both stories, go across your feed, and also go to the audience network as well. With YouTube, it's very different. It's all very video based. Google is obviously different depending on on whether there's so many different features within Google, but search obviously would be the key one, and then Google's display network is another one. For us, we're going to be prioritizing both Meta, which includes both Facebook and Instagram. The key for us is diversity, because we don't know what's going to work yet. So we need to take from experience and what we think will work and push so many things out, and then we'll figure out what works and what doesn't. And then what we'll do is we will turn off the ads that aren't working, scale up the ads that are working, and then we'll use that for our next iteration. So we're going to tell Meta, hey, we want to achieve a sign up to our webinar.
You know, some of these videos that I've done before where we're stitching, I don't know, visual hooks, like somebody who's got massive lips or, you know, a big vascular occlusion. These are visual hooks, right? And that might get people in, even patients, that will get patients watching it, but they're not our target audience. We want to speak to the delegates, both new delegates, both very experienced delegates, and speak to them about the cannula. And so the messaging actually therefore is very important to speak to the delegates' pain points.
100%.
Speak to the delegates' concerns.
Hence why phrases like vascular occlusion is so vital, because a patient, okay, informed patients will know what that is, but I like, you know, as a, you know, your standard patient or, you know, your standard, you know, Meta viewer won't look at that terminology and go, oh, I know what that is. Even when you say things like, if you're an aesthetic practitioner and using needles to inject in lips, you could be doing it wrong. Things like that, because immediately we're speaking to, and if we speak to our audience in our creative, then the targeting is done for us.
So that makes a lot more sense. I've been on some of these webinars, and they do not share any information. And at the end, they're like, okay, now here's the call to action. I want you to buy my course. And I'm like, you've just wasted a whole 45 minutes of my time. And then it's now dawned on me at the 45 minutes, you know, that this is a sales pitch.
It's all about providing value. So absolutely, like, I don't agree with webinars that are just purely sales webinars. I don't agree with webinars that are just hop on, buy my course, log off. I don't agree with that whatsoever. We need to provide value. We need to actually provide some substance.
Good, because I could not be that guy that's like, hey, let me just not give you any information and then just like, you know, at the end, now buy my course. You know, it just seems like you're wasting people's time. So I'm definitely not going to do that. But like you said, if we're actually offering value, then that's perfect. Most practitioners do not know how to use a cannula. They definitely cannot use a cannula confidently.
But what happens if they need to inject like the forehead or the temples?
They won't do that. These are like advanced techniques. You have to know how to use a cannula to perform these treatments. And yeah, I'd say most of the practitioners out there right now today do not know how to use a cannula. Definitely do not know how to use it confidently. And so this is why we're building the course, to teach people how to use a cannula. And I tell you what, if you can use a cannula in the lips, you can use a cannula anywhere else in the face. And once you've mastered it in the lips, you can seriously, confidently, effectively use it anywhere in the face, because it's the hardest place to use it is definitely in the lips. And I think that's why not many people use a cannula for the lips, because it's initially challenging. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty straightforward. Well, we've gone through the scripts. They seem pretty solid. I reckon they're going to do very well. It's been great, obviously, catching up with Aaron. I'm so excited to build this course. It's been something in the plans, in the pipeline for a long time, and it's actually come together nicely now with the right person. So yeah, I'm very excited to drop this webinar, film the content for the ads, build the course, and actually put it out there. We've got a strong belief in the course. We think we're offering a lot of value. We think delegates are really going to benefit from this. So yeah, very excited to put it out there.
Can't wait.
Let's go. Signing away my life. There we are.
Thank you.
You've got the keys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Got the keys. Big moment. We got the keys to the room, to the new clinic. It's about to happen. It's beginning. This is the start. Very excited. Yes, let's go. Do they work?